What is going on, guys? Bringing you a new video that, in my opinion, is awesome news for the console player base for Fortnite. Is that they dropped so many options, and it's completely changed up my settings, so I figured it needed a new video. Basically, they added in a building sensitivity, they added in new editing options, they added in the ability to have instant building on Builder Pro. Dude, it's such a good update, so I'm going to walk you guys through my new options, my new settings as well. Quick little shout out, if you guys do want to support me, make sure you linked Obey Upshall in the item shop. All you gotta do is click on support a creator and punch it in right there. Appreciate that very much. Now to get into my settings, so I don't run epic during the game. I was just checking a replay. I actually run everything on low except for view distance. But getting into my actual sensitivity settings, I'm still running 6.6xy, but here's the big one that they added in, is building sensitivity. So I'm actually running it at 1.34 right now. I'm kind of messing around with this. This is probably subject to change. It might go up slightly for me. But I actually started out jacking this up to 2. So what this actually does, and I got to explain this really quick because I don't want people getting on here and just instantly maxing their building sensitivity to 2, because I think for a lot of people that's going to be unmanageable, especially for people who are already working at a higher sensitivity. What this is a scale, right? So it multiplies your base sensitivity by this whenever you take your building menu out. So if you're a player who plays at like 7.7 and you're really good at playing at 7.7, you have really consistent aim, but you want to up your building sensitivity, don't up it by 2, because that's actually going to put your base sensitivity when you're building at 14, which is going to be completely unmanageable. At least for me, I would not be able to handle that. My brain would just like, I would not be able to do it. So make sure, and my advice is definitely up it with building sensitivity. It'll help you by working on spin builds. It'll help you with defensive building. If you're playing in any scrims or skirmishes and you find yourself struggling when you get shot in the back, this will definitely help you out. But I will emphasize, it's probably important not to go too hard too fast. That's what she said. But you definitely don't want to have that too high too quickly, because it will kind of throw your building off. And I think gradually ramping that building sensitivity up is important. However, I don't know if I personally will go higher than 1.34. The other things they've added in, it's all the way down here. Obviously, turbo building is on, but they added in 2 settings: controller edit hold time and Builder Pro build immediately. That's what I'm talking about. I have that turned on right now. I know some players don't actually have it turned on. Some of them like the timing with having it turned off, and honestly, that's dope. I would test out both ways because it is a significantly different timing, but this basically means that the moment you take out your build menu and you hit like L2 for your floor or for your stairs are instantly going to be there. So it's going to be a huge timing change for some people. I personally like it. For somebody who has a little bit of a higher ping, I'm a little bit far from servers. I have like about a 50 to 60 millisecond ping average. This is a godsend because it just takes another element of that delay out of my building. I also am rolling with controller edit hold time. I don't currently have anything bound for editing because I don't have like a scuff. I don't have extra buttons, so it would kind of be weird. I could set it up on my D-pad, but again, I don't really like reaching for the D-pad, especially mid-build fight. So I'm going with controller edit hold time. I lower that down to 0.14. I may lower it, but I did find that when I had it all the way down to 0.1, which is the shortest hold time, it did feel like I was kind of accidentally grabbing it sometimes if I held circle for slightly too long. I mean, 0.1 second, that's not very long at all. So those are the newest settings. I also fully converted now over to Builder Pro. I'm actually over here for real, guys. I'm not going back to Combat Pro. We're out here. We're on Builder Pro. So I got a pretty standard setup. Again, as long as you have that option on, you'll be able to build instantly the moment you hit R2. It's so clean, dudes. It's so clean. I feel like just overnight since this update dropped, my building has gotten so much better, and I'm trash right now. At this point, I'm trash. I'm so unused to using Builder Pro, and I really feel like instantly I can build faster than Combat Pro. So I'm so excited to see where this takes me, where it takes the console community. I'm really hoping that this will allow for more players who play on controller to be successful in skirmishes. Like, the biggest problem right now with being a controller player in the skirmishes is that if you land at tilted towers, you can get some kills. you know? But then when you have the leaf tilted towers, your ability to directional build and protect yourself is so much more limited than people playing keyboard and mouse. So you'll often see a lot of the great, amazing controller players just dominate tilted towers. You'll see like Aiden or Nick Merckx drop and get 4 or 5 kills, but then get kind of plucked from a bunch of different angles as they're trying to leave tilted. So I really think this is nuts. It's going to drastically change up the way that controller players can compete. You know, it's cool. It's so cool. There's also edit controls, which allows you to pre-rotate ramps, but I haven't messed with that as well. If you guys do want to get into pre-editing your ramps, being able to reverse them, that's where you do it. I'm just going to be, if I need to reverse a ramp, I think honestly I'm just going to edit my ramps the other way, but it's definitely something to look into. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That's my new settings for this game. I'm fired up for Fortnite right now. It's honestly, it feels so clean playing with no build delay in this game. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope these settings help you out. Good luck out there, and I'll catch you guys in the next live stream, which is on Twitch now, by the way. Cheers.